Saturday live with myself and Azra. It is Saturday morning. It is just coming up to 6:10. Not as cold as I thought it was going to be this morning actually. It's saying 8 degrees on my watch, but it doesn't feel like that actually. Actually now out, which is quite nice. I have wrapped up, to be fair, even put my hat on, but so far it doesn't seem too bad. Anyway, enough of the weather report. We'll deal with it as we always deal with it. What is everybody up to today? Obviously it is the weekend, so hopefully you've got some plans. Mine isn't too strenuous really. We're just doing the normal chores with Mum first thing, which will be in about just over an hour. And then James has got a football match this morning. Hopefully going for 5 wins out of 5. And we'll see how it goes. After their penalty shootout win in the cup last weekend, they are absolutely all buzzing. And they had a special training session as well from Cambridge United player Liam Bennett on Wednesday night as well, which they were right up for, which was nice. Although, truth be told, James said to me after, he said, I didn't actually know who he was. So I did have to explain to him who he was. Anyway, and then after that, it's pretty clear. It's a busy sort of sporting weekend. You've got a sprint race and qualifying later, and then the main race tomorrow. Come on, Azra. And then also we've got Liverpool Man United today as well. So tomorrow as well. So there's quite a lot happening sort of sport-wise this weekend as well. And we've got to go to the cafe early in the morning because James is going fishing with Grandad Rick. Look at this cat here. Thank you for the like. So yeah, the weekend's a bit bitty, really. Not only that, we've probably got, well, we have got to put the torches away. I've been talking about it now for the last tomorrow, so I'm going to talk to Julie about it when I get back from this stroll and just see exactly what she wants to do. Because the reason I say that is because they're originally Mum's tortoises and obviously she can't deal with them anymore, all the lifting and all that sort of stuff. So we've now taken them on and obviously got a new tortoise as well, which will probably outlive myself and Julie. That's how long they keep going. So that will become James's in due course. But my point is, Mum likes to be around when the tortoises go down for the winter, so whether she will come round for that, I don't know. Anyway, I will discuss that with Julia and I'll discuss it with Mum. And I think tonight is probably the colder of the 2 nights this weekend. So from that point of view, yeah, we'll run with that. Okay, so this morning in regards to the walk we're going to do, or the stroll, should I say, go on Ezra. We are doing the old walk, obviously with the artificial lights. You know, tomorrow morning, as I've said before, is my favourite time to be doing these strolls now, because it's the only day of the week we actually get natural light. Even on Thursday, when I'm off work before we go to Euro Disney later that day, won't be able to take them in the daylight because we're taking them into the dog sitters before Julie goes to work on Thursday, and then Julie's finishing on the Thursday. So I will have lots of jobs to do on Thursday. I'm going to get all the washing done, morning to Oh dear, can't see that it says Xeron. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong. Yeah, we've got lots of people watching now, which is good. Thank you very much. And do make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Certainly does mean a lot. The channel really has been flying. Some Halloween nights up there. Yeah, the channel really has been flying over the last sort of few months, certainly since the cruise. You know, the subscriptions have just been flying. And it's you guys that are helping to do that, so please do continue to support the channel. I say we do these live streams most days. I can tell a little bit more about what happened on Thursday now, if anyone actually is bothered, because I didn't do a live stream on Thursday morning, and I didn't elaborate on it too much yesterday. But on Wednesday night, I had a little panic attack. And by that I mean, I've spoken to a customer on the Wednesday, and when he dropped his van off, he said about putting it away because there were some few tools in the vehicle. And I think everyone thought everyone else was doing it, and it didn't happen. So I just had that bad feeling. So I went back at midnight to work, which is crazy, but I did it. Well, I'm in the UK, and as I said earlier, it's about 10 degrees. It's gone up a degree since I announced. It's now saying 10, and it's not that bad. I've got a hat on, but I could probably do without it, to be honest with you. So in answer to your question, no, not really. It's not that bad, actually. Anyway, went back to work, did the right thing, checked everything was okay, and then as I went to lock the back door, my key snapped in the lock, and I couldn't find another key on site that I could use. I managed to get the little bit out of the lock, thank God, but then I had to try and find another key to lock the shutter, which there wasn't. So I then had to stay there all night until people came in, where we were able to try known working good keys, which fortunately the lock wasn't buggered. So I had to take someone else's key. We've done a little bit of work on the lock, which has made it slightly better maybe, but it's not perfect. So gonna have a chat with the boss when he comes back on Wednesday to say enough's enough with that lock. We've got to try and do something with it, because everyone's keys are now struggling with it. Anyway, so that was why there was no live on Thursday, because I was up all night. Literally, I went to bed probably, it was quite late because of the Wednesday training session, so I probably went to bed about 10. Was up again at midnight, and then didn't go to bed. I was actually in bed on Thursday night, not gonna fib to you guys, 8:30. Thank you for the like. On Thursday night, I was completely shattered. But you have to do these things, and I take solace from the fact that key was going to snap, whether it happened then or later on that day. And the only consolation was it's happened when I was trying to lock it, so at least I could get back in the building, because that would have been a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. Anyway, that's life. It happened. So we're moving now into the fields now. Little sportsman's bet. Azra will be going to the toilet within about 30 seconds of being on here. We'll do a count where we are on 9 minutes and 40 seconds. And here she goes. So within 10 seconds. So I'm just gonna let her do what she needs to do, and then we will carry on the stroll. We're heading over in the general direction over there where you can see the light. but I'll just have to clear up after her first, so just give me 1 second. Right guys, so I'm still here, just bear with me. Azra, wait. Wait. Okay. These bags are massive, do you know that? Absolutely massive. I'm not sure quite what sort of dog they think needs a bag almost the size of a normal carrier bag. Anyway, Azra, you are done, so that's the main thing. Right, onwards we go. Right. She is a cross between a Labrador and a Beagle. It's very much German Shepherd colours, and I absolutely 100% agree with you. I've had a few in my time at Mum and Dad's sort of family home. But no, she's a Labrador cross Beagle. So she's sort of Labrador size, Beagle colour, but very much the temperament of both. And she's got to be, apart from when she sees a cat or a dog, the most laid-back dog I think you'll ever meet. She just is very, very docile. And this is, hopefully you'll see. Oh, she's just doing a quick wee, sorry guys. Here she comes. Here she comes, there she is. So as I say, we do this live stroll pretty much every day. We do alternate the strolls that we do. We don't always do this one. Yesterday, for example, we stuck very much to the sort of roads where there were lights, which is probably what I should have done this morning, really. But it's nice to break it up. Keep going, Azra. Come on, good girl. And then tomorrow, if you want to join, it will be probably a little bit later again, about 7. Maybe slightly earlier, maybe about 2:45, purely and simply because we've got to go out at 7:45 if we are going to the cafe in the morning early, so 10 to by the latest. So yeah, that's annoying because I have to start the stroll in the dark, but it will be light very quickly. I think it's sort of getting daylight now around sort of 5:10, 7:15, so we'll have some light, not loads. Where are we now? We're in a little village between London and Cambridge. That's how I always say it sort of to people if you're sort of looking geographically on a map. We're nearer to Cambridge, although I was born in London. We are very much closer to Cambridge now. On a map, 30 miles north of London, 10 miles south of Cambridge. So yeah, that's where we are. So this is the second of the 2 fields as we come out the other side. Azra just catching us up. You won't be able to see it, but those lights down there in front, just to the right of that is where James plays his home matches, which is where we will be in a few hours' time for his next football match. For now, what we will do is we will continue along the line, the perimeter of the field, and then we go into the wooded area, which then brings us out by the allotments. Might see Azra's horsey friend. I don't think we will. We're not going to have enough light. And it isn't going to get light quickly enough for that, unfortunately. Aiming to be home for about 7:15, because I've literally just got to get out of what I'm wearing, put my football stuff on, because I won't have much time when I get home to get changed. And Julia is missing the game for the first time today. unfortunately. Well, she will be coming to start, but she won't be there for the start of the game. But she will be there, sort the team out on the app and all that sort of stuff. And then I'll have to keep an eye on the app as well. I might bring my camera with me today, I don't know, I'll see. It was necessary last weekend because there'd been a bit of hassle the week before with the same team that we were playing, so it was necessary last weekend. What have we got here? A Man City fan, okay. Is it the right time to tell you I'm a Liverpool fan? Please don't switch off. I think we both had our success over the last few years, so that's fair enough. I think we can say Liverpool playing Man United tomorrow. As a Man City fan, what do you want from that? Is a draw a good result, or would you just put your allegiance with Man United for that one game? I don't know. You tell me. Your dad's a scout, so don't worry. Okay, fine, good. Well, at least I haven't lost a viewer. Yeah, but let me know what you think about that. What's a good result for a Man City fan out tomorrow's game? Right, so onwards, Azra, come on. Wow. Now that I cannot. That shocks me actually. I can get it. I get the mentality and the thought process, but it's like saying when Everton are playing. Unless Everton are playing Man City or Arsenal, I don't want them to win. But then I suppose it's different because I'm not from the area, am I? So I get it. I've also got 3 brothers. One that sports Arsenal and 2 that sport Tottenham. So you can imagine when we were all together at home, the rivalries we used to have, although probably when we were growing up, Liverpool weren't anywhere near as successful as they are now. Certainly Tottenham wasn't. Probably Arsenal was the most successful team at that point, I suppose. Mid late 90s, and then obviously with the dominance of Man United, Chelsea, Man City after that, I guess. Yeah, well, that is big rivalry with those 3 teams in one house. That is big rivalry on game day. So, yeah, good luck to all of you with that. Unfortunate, my wife, although we run a football team, well, she more so now than me. Although we both did do it for about seven years. Although just due to other commitments, I've now had to take a step back. But Julie doesn't really, not like football's not the right word, doesn't really follow it. So we've got no real rivalry. James, my son, he's obviously been converted to a Liverpool fan, so there's no issue there. I can't really see who that is. It just said hi, so I'll just say hi back, because it's not great. My phone isn't really coming out at the bottom there, so I apologise. But hi to you. Just whilst we're at a bit of a lull, do make sure you like and subscribe. We are out every day and we chat about everything and nothing. Whatever you guys want to chat about, within reason, is what we chat about. So it's great when I come up against some football conversation, because apart from Formula 1, football is my favourite sport. What do we got here? And that obviously is for obvious reasons, obviously Millie being a Man City player prior. But I think above and beyond that, he is a real footballer and a true gentleman as well, Millie. And he played, I think, apart from in goal, almost every position there was for Liverpool. And what a stalwart. He's still, I think he's at Brighton now, isn't he? And still going well, I believe. I think he scored earlier on this season, from memory, an important goal. Was it against Chelsea, a penalty? I might be wrong on that. I think it was against Chelsea. Anyway, we're almost at the end of this little walkway, which seems to have breezed by this morning with us chatting about football, which has been lovely. Not quite there. It's a bit deceiving when it's dark, but we are almost at the end. And just so you know, guys, it is a lot right, I recommend I'll be going for another 10-15 minutes. I recommend once we've finished, you need to get some sleep, because that is a long old day. I don't know, is that you've been working all night, or have you just been out on the Beano overnight? I don't know how old you are. Or have you just been up YouTubing all night? All right. Got a dog bin coming up on the left-hand side, so I'm going to get rid of Azra's bag of treats that she left for me. I could have got rid of it earlier, but I was talking away and I forgot. Wait, Azra. Wait. Good girl. There you go. I sometimes think to myself, I've just seen your age, 21. I just think to myself sometimes, what would it be like being younger again? I'm 45. But, and maybe it sounds a bit old, but I don't know if I'd want to be young again with the world as it is today. You know, I had a very good childhood, and around that sort of age that you are, I met my now wife. So, well, it was a bit before that, actually. I think we were actually 18. But I wouldn't want to change anything. That's the thing. So why would you want to relive it? Because I wouldn't want to change anything. So, yeah, it's quite interesting when people sort of say, oh, what it is to be young again and all that sort of stuff. I'm not so sure a lot of people would be nowadays, to be honest with you. Maybe there are. Who knows? Okay, so we're going to be coming up to Azra's horsey friends, but again, unless they're right by the fence with the light as it is, we are really not going to see anything this morning, which is annoying. Thanks for the like, I do appreciate it. Maybe we'll do this stroll tomorrow, obviously being a bit later, and we'll have a bit more light by this time. What is the time now? Well, even if we're out now, we wouldn't have the light. So, yeah, I will be coming out later anyway, but not a lot later. I think it'll probably be about in the next sort of 15, 20 minutes. We'll be starting the stroll. Can't see the horses at all. They're in this field here, but I just can't see anything. We might do on the sort of, because if I come out at about 6:45 tomorrow, we're sort of almost 25 minutes, half an hour into the walk. Might have a bit of light by this time. It is beginning to get a bit lighter, but not enough, so. Right, so we'll keep going. We'll keep going for another 5 minutes or so, which will take us down this long road that takes us back to the main road. And then we'll probably call it a day. What have we got here? I've missed it. %, and that is a very old head on young shoulders, that comment, that last one. And I totally agree with that absolutely enjoy every day. And I'm not going to go into it too much, guys, because I haven't got time, but we lost my father a few years back in very sudden circumstances, and he was no age at all. Well, 72, which is no age at all these days, and you know, you just think to yourself, you just assume at times your parents are immortal and they'll be there forever, and clearly you know they're not going to be, and certainly as they get older you know that. But when it happens without warning, it is very, very tough to take on. So absolutely embrace every day as they come, because you absolutely never know what's around the corner. You know, whether it be your mum, your dad, your partner, whoever, never go to bed angry, because you just don't know what's going to happen the next day. And yeah, it's good advice, because you just don't know. And having lived through it, I wasn't angry with my dad in any shape or form. But you imagine if the last thought conversation you had was a horrible one, you know, it would have just been horrendous. It really would have been. Anyway, let's not be too gloomy on this last stroll, because that's not what it's about. But I said to you, we talked about anything and everything, and I'm quite open to tell you sort of my experiences when necessary. Yeah. All right. Where are we? Coming up to 27 minutes. All right. Right, guys. So we'll keep going now for another couple of minutes, and then we'll wrap this one up, I think. Thank you all in advance for sticking with it this morning. We've had a good morning. What have we got here? And I think as you get older, you just learn maybe to agree to differ on a lot of things. And I'm a bit more old school, where my dad would be very opinionated about things in my life, and I think it massively helped when, obviously, you know, you fly the nest and all that sort of stuff, because you're not sort of in each other's pockets all the time. But they do have a wealth of experience in most cases, parents, and if anything, that's what I will sort of pass on to James as and when he needs it, that in most cases we've been there and done it and made the mistakes, and even now, you know, there are times where I think to myself, you know, what would my dad think of a certain situation, and he's not there to have that conversation with, is he? So it's very much a one-sided chat, which clearly is not what it's about, is it? So yeah, all I'll say is never take for granted people are going to be there, because they won't be, and you will miss them. Right, guys, we've got quite a few more people on at the minute, so thanks for hooking up. Do like and subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry if you've just joined up when we've been having a bit of a morbid conversation. It hasn't been like that all the way through, but we do chat about everything and nothing on the morning strolls. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to continue to the end of the road, carry on along the high street, and then when we do get to the road on the other side, we will come off. We'll just carry on for now. What is the time? Yeah, I need to get home really. So we'll up it a little bit. If you have just joined us and you've not been with us before, we do this every morning. Azra is the main star, not me, I just narrate. If you just want to enjoy the stroll, you can mute me, I won't take it personally. We don't take it personally, do we, Azra? She doesn't even care. Come on, quick, because there's something coming. Come on. Good girl. Oh, we've got a lot more people joining up now. And she deserves it. She's a good girl. I always think to myself, walking along some of those dark paths is a bit risky in the morning. It probably is, but I'm fairly confident if she needed to deal with something, she would deal with it in her way. Well, I hope so anyway. Yeah, I still think she would give as good as she got, to be honest with you. The thing is, when people come to the door, she goes absolutely ape. You know what? I'm not going to say it because YouTube will probably tell me off. So she does protect when she has to protect. And she sounds quite ferocious as well, I'll tell you what. So as I said before, she's a cross between a Labrador and a Beagle, so probably two of the most placid dogs on the earth. But I do think dogs have a little bit of an edge to them when they need to change it up a little bit. She's smart enough. She knows when we leave the gate open to the kitchen and there's food on the side. So, yeah, she's smart enough. Yeah, I knew what you meant, don't worry. Right, guys, we are going to start wrapping this up now because I'm going to be home in a while. So I need to just sort myself out, get changed, and then go straight back out again. So hope you have a great Saturday. We will convene tomorrow around 6:30, 7:15. Hopefully with a bit more light. It is coming, but just not quickly enough now. And we will go from there. Yeah, everyone have a nice day. Thanks for the conversation we've been having this morning. It's been great. I really made the walk fly by, to be honest with you. And we'll catch up soon.